Demi Lovato's backup dancer claps back at fans shaming her.
Khloe Kardashian shuts down mommy shamers.
And Justin Bieber confirms he is marrying Hailey very soon.
All that and more on today's Rundown.
T-Mobile is bringing you behind the scenes of the adventures of Kesha and Macklemore tour this summer with a 7-episode series on YouTube. Happy Monday, you guys. Okay, so Khloe Kardashian is responding to all the mommy shamers out there, but also in return, she is getting shamed for shaming Kim Kardashian. Does that make sense?
It's a lot to talk about, but first we have to talk about Demi Lovato's backup dancer who is finally breaking her silence on what really went down. So Demi Lovato's backup dancer and BFF, Dani Vitale, has received tons of backlash following the news of Demi's overdose, and while some have called out fake friends for partying with Demi that night at her home, Dani specifically was being blamed because Demi began the night at Dani's birthday party. So Dani was celebrating with Demi and her friends at Saddle Ranch, but she's finally speaking out about that night and clearing her name. She took to her social media saying, quote, "I care about Demi just like all of you do. I have not said anything about the situation until now because her recovery has been of the most importance. I was not with Demi when the incident happened, but I am with her now and will continue to be because she means the world to me as she does to all of you. Like all of you, I have nothing but love in my heart for her. There is no need for any negativity towards the ones who care about Demi at this time. There's too much of it in the world as it is." And then she goes on to express her love and say that we all need to send her love during her recovery. Dani has turned her comments off, but Demi fans have taken to Twitter to say that that's not enough. One fan replied, quote, "She needed sober support and you didn't offer that. You guys drank, party with her, and did God knows what right in front of her face. You think that didn't put pressure and stress on her? If she says it didn't, she's lying and you should know better, my God." Another said, quote, "How can you say you wasn't with her if it was your birthday party? Something smells like, I don't know, lies." Wow. You know, this is a tough one because everybody has their opinion. And on the one hand, you know, I want to say, if it's my birthday and I am friends with Demi, does that mean that I can't have fun on my birthday because, you know what I mean? Because Demi's coming? I completely, not completely, but I understand the perspective of what these people are saying. Obviously, if you have somebody and a friend who's trying to keep a clean lifestyle and trying to stay sober, I get how being in that environment maybe isn't the best thing, but at the same time, it's your best friend, she wants to support you and come to your birthday then.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that there is some responsibility for the people who were around Demi, especially the night of, who maybe even acquired these drugs, who were watching her do it, and maybe they did step in. Like, we don't know what actually happened that night, and for us all to assume that we do, and for us to assume that her friend should have done more when you don't actually know what happened in that room the night this happened, I think we all need to kind of like take a chill pill. Also, Demi is her own person.
Right.
She's an adult and she makes her own decisions. Again, we don't know how it went down. You can't just assume that her friends should just cater to Demi 24/7 at all costs, because while you may worship Demi and the ground that she walks on, you know, her friends have lives of their own and they make their own decisions. And so, you know, I think a lot of responsibility has to fall on Demi because she is an adult and she knows where she's been in her recovery process, and maybe she did need to bring someone with her who could watch over her. But like you said, like her friends, it was her birthday party, like she deserves to have a party that she wants to have. And I think everybody's assuming a lot, and I think I understand everybody's upset about this, but we all have to take a step back and go, you know, I wish her friends had done more, but we really don't know what happened.
We don't know the details.
We don't know.
You know, Demi had her Simply Complicated documentary where she was very open about all of her struggles, and then she released Sober not too long ago, which we were all kind of like, whoa, Demi, what are you telling us? So there were signs, but YouTube was working on a second documentary, and they made a statement saying that they have no intentions of canceling Demi's second YouTube documentary, which was announced back in May. And the global head of original content, Suzanne Daniels, told reporters on Friday that we're working on a documentary and I hope she's feeling better, but they are halting production on the project, which was originally due to be released this coming fall, saying, quote, "We put the pause button on. We want her to get well and she'll decide what she wants to say about this. She's had real struggles and she's trying so hard, and I think the outpouring of sympathy for her is reflective of the way she shared her battle so publicly, so honestly." So it'll be interesting, honestly, if they do continue production, we're going to kind of get Demi's side of the story and hear from a firsthand, but I don't want there to be a rush of any type, like, go to rehab, do what you need to do, like, this is not priority.
I think Demi should take a year off take a big breath, figure out like where she is, get her health back on track. Like she is her #1 priority. And of course, as like a fan, I'd love to see like what this process has been like behind the scenes, but that's not the priority. The priority is that she has to get better. Well, Khloe Kardashian is getting back to her normal life after just giving birth recently, a couple of months ago. Well, a lot of mommy shamers have a lot to say about her personal choices. Yesterday, Khloe Kardashian stepped out with her family to play some poker in Los Angeles. She, Kim, and Kendall, they all tried their hand at gambling, but it wasn't all fun and games. The event was actually to raise money for charity called City of Hope, which helps those living with cancer. So you'd think people would be praising Khloe for doing something for charity, but it turns out that's not the case. The reality star took to Twitter yesterday to vent about her frustration with so-called mommy shamers who criticized her for leaving her 3-month-old daughter at home. She wrote, "Mommy shamers are at a high right now. I'm sick at a charity event and I'm getting slack for being here because I have a baby. Her dad is watching her while I'm trying to bring awareness to an amazing organization. But either way, what's wrong with the new mom letting daddy take over for a few hours?" Khloe and Kendall are now also facing backlash for a very different reason. Kim captured Khloe and Kendall praising her figure, but some people are not thrilled with their comments. So in one video, Kendall says to Kim, "No, like, I'm really concerned. I don't think you're eating. Like, you look so skinny." And then Kim responds saying, "What? Oh my God, thank you." And Kendall says, "Of course." So this next video is one of the stories that kind of stirred the pot because she says one part of Kim's body is anorexic.
I will say when I take out my hair extensions, I am less. So I don't have them in now.
Extensions, your everything, like, you know, they're heavy because she's the left, she's like this, but she's anorexic here. Her arms are like pinned thin, they're like my pinky.
But in other videos, she was applauding Kim for all the hard work she spent working out. One Twitter user said Kim Kardashian being obsessed with her sisters telling her she's so skinny she looks anorexic on her Instagram story makes me want to throw my phone into outer space. Another user said, "Vent session, Kim's Insta story has Kendall asking Kim if she's eating and then applauds her because she looks so skinny. Little children, follow your account. Stop promoting unhealthy body image and eating habits for young girls." I understand people's concerns because anorexia is a disease. It's a disorder. I had anorexia when I was in college. It's not a fun and games compliment type of disease. It's definitely a very dangerous disease. Some people die because of it. And I do think joking about it I think it sends the wrong message to teenagers or young people, not even teenagers, even adults who are looking to Kim Kardashian, who sets trends in fashion and entertainment, like looking to her, trying to follow in her footsteps, hearing anorexic in the background of an Insta story or a Snapchat story seems like not a big deal, but I think it actually is really powerful, and I think that I actually agree with the Twitter users. I think it's not really something you should be joking about.
Yeah.
Also, we've seen Kim Kardashian work out so hard, and I know, based on what I've seen on social media, that she didn't just stop eating. Like, she's been really working out and trying to take care of her body. So I just think that's the wrong message to send.
And you know, there were cameras there, so I'm assuming this was all being filmed for the show. Who knows if it will actually make the cut of the show.
Right.
But it's one of those things where, and we've talked about this so many times before, but when you are a celebrity of that caliber and you're one of the most famous families and you put that out there, within the dynamics of their relationship as sisters, without that footage ever being shown, having those stories, is it still problematic? Yes, but do I have like jokes with my family that I wouldn't necessarily say to the public?
Of
course,
sure.
Of course, we all do. Like, nobody is innocent. We all make jokes.
No one's perfect.
It's just, what I think these tweets are saying is, you have a platform, and by putting down your Insta story and making it public because of who follows you and who looks up to you, whether it be, like you said, teenagers, kids, or adults, you just never know the impact that that one comment's gonna have. And if you watch the videos, you can clearly see that the intention behind it wasn't to be anything negative or to body shame or anything like that. However, I can see how that could offend quite a few people.
Or just choose maybe a different word.
Yeah.
You know, I also feel like a lot of people have brought attention to the word skinny and they think it's terrible and like body shaming to call someone skinny or whatever. Like, even that word choice I think is better than something that is a disorder that like plagues a lot of people. So I just think like altering word choices sometimes you can do it. It's not that hard to do when you're a big celebrity.
So Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin, things are really escalating quickly
heating
because
up.
apparently the marriage is happening very soon. So Justin was out with his fiancée Hailey on Sunday in NYC when he was approached by a bunch of paparazzi asking him for some new music. So he asked what they thought of his new track No Brainer with DJ Khaled, Chance the Rapper, and Quavo that dropped earlier that weekend, and they all complimented it, and Justin said the song was, quote, straight flames, before another pap asked, what's next? Justin hesitated for a moment before looking at Hailey and saying, quote, getting married. And when they jokingly asked who's the lucky girl, Justin pointed at Hailey and laughed. Well, that certainly implied the new Justin album won't be happening until after the wedding, which either means we are going to be waiting for a while or the wedding is right around the corner, which honestly is very plausible because get this, the two were also spotted on Sunday meeting with a pastor, and Hailey appeared to have a planner type of notebook with her. Now, we could be jumping to conclusions, but whatever. Anyway, the only clues we've gotten about his new album is that it's said to be more inspired by his faith. A source revealed back in March, quote, he is working with a lot of the same people who helped make his last album, Purpose, and he's reshaping his sound so it's more in line with the church values and beliefs. There are key themes of love and redemption in the tracks he's created so far. It will certainly surprise some fans. Honestly, Aaron, I don't care about the wedding. I just want some new music. I just want new music, yes.
I care so much about this wedding. I am so excited about it. I think it will be the wedding of the year, and it seems like we're gonna see it this year. If they're definitely doing relationship counseling, marriage counseling already, I feel like it might be happening pretty soon.
Can we get a album wedding, like same day type thing?
Oh, come on. No, his wedding has to be about his relationship. If anything else, I feel like this, I don't know. I feel like this engagement was very shocking to me and to most people.
Yes.
But I do think that he seems very committed to making it work, and I really secretly am rooting for these two.
Yeah.
So I want him to spend all the time that he has available to him right now, pouring into that relationship, making it strong, getting married, and then do the album. Because honestly, like, I want him to be happy more than I want music right now.
Makes me happy.
A couple of weeks ago, T-Mobile launched their exclusive The Adventures of Kesha and Macklemore tour, where they've been going behind the scenes of what it's like to be on tour with Kesha and Macklemore, and we want to get you caught up on where they are in their journey and where they're headed to next. So if you haven't seen the series yet, you should go over to T-Mobile's YouTube channel right now, because 5 of the 7 videos are live currently, where you can see Kesha performing Praying in her hometown of Nashville, and you can see how Macklemore deals with being a dad while also spending most of his time on the road. There's concert action, behind the scenes footage, and exclusive personal stories that are definitely going to inspire you guys. I know it inspired me, and honestly, it's gonna make you feel all the feels, especially last week's episode, which was very emotional. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to be on tour, the ups and downs of life on the road, go to T-Mobile's YouTube channel to check out all 7 episodes from The Adventures of Kesha and Macklemore tour. And this is actually really good. What I love about these episodes is they're not super long. They're 3 to 5 minutes long. You can see performances. You can see, when I think that celebrities are on tour, I think they work all the time, that they don't have time for free time. But what I love is I saw Kesha visiting like an animal sanctuary and like playing with a tiger, which seemed very, very terrifying, but the tiger loved her.
When he was like on his back, like going like this, rolling.
So cute.
No, one of my favorites was when Macklemore went to visit. He visited like the Liberace Museum, and he was like trying on all these clothes, and he brought like Kesha's surprise cape from the museum. I don't know. It's fun seeing their dynamic, because when people are on tour together, you assume that they're friends, but you don't really know like what they do when they're off stage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool seeing like what they do separately and what they do. It's really fun.
It makes me appreciate what artists do for us when they're on tour, because they don't get a lot of free time, and you see how hard they work, their rehearsals. Living on a tour bus is so hard. I say that like I've done it, but like after seeing the series.
Yeah,
I feel like I already
feels like
have.
it.
And I just really appreciate this kind of BTS look because, like you said, we don't really get that often. It's really special. All right, I want to talk to you guys about these mommy shamers who are hating on Khloe Kardashian for going out and having some good times with her sisters. Let us know in the comments if you think that people on the internet have gone way too far with this one.
And what I want to know is, when do you think Justin has new music? I'm sorry. When do you think his wedding is?
Exactly.
Apparently that's first.
Priorities.
Let us know in the comment section below. And of course, we will be back here tomorrow.
See you soon. Today's episode was brought to you by T-Mobile. Don't miss the first 5 episodes of the adventures of Kesha and Macklemore on T-Mobile's YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more episodes this summer.